Greetings, everyone. I just wanted to give an update on what I've been noticing after I got triggered on September 8th. So I got triggered September 8th. I had an ayahuasca session on the 12th. September 30th, I had the emotional release. I was a little bit fatigued for a few days. My energy's still not where I would like it to be, but it's getting there. What I started experimenting the past 2 days is being mindful of my thinking. I've been listening to near-death experiences for over a year and a half, and one common thing that I hear a lot of them say is to be very mindful of what you're thinking, especially your negative thoughts. So even if you're not saying these thoughts about somebody, they're saying that it's still energy that you're sending out. So yesterday I thought, you know what, I'm going to put this into practice, be mindful of my thinking at all times. And I'm curious, how long would it take to train my mind to not be judgmental, to show more compassion? And yesterday I started this to make sure that I'm not being mindful, make sure I'm not being judgmental, checking my attitude when I'm interacting with people. And working at a nursing home with the elderly, they can really try your patience. And so yesterday at work, I was being mindful that wasn't putting on some kind of attitude if I got annoyed or anything like this. And I was working the late shift yesterday. I was alone in the first floor, and all the residents, I had already taken care of them and put them to bed. And currently we have an older man that's in the process of dying right now. And he has his little girlfriend that lives in a different floor, and she's a 90-something-year-old woman, missing one leg and is on a wheelchair. And me and her developed this really beautiful grandmother kind of relationship. And it was because also of this woman that I learned to be a bit more loving. And every time I see her, I go up to her and I give her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and she does the same thing. And so she came down because she was missing her dentures. And I was looking in the trash and I found them. And she was really grateful. And I could tell that she was a bit sad because of her boyfriend is in the process of dying. And I told her, and I kind of stroked her back, and I told her it's going to be okay. And she just burst out crying, and I hugged her. And I made sure that this was something that was coming from the heart, this compassion that I was showing towards her. So I was being mindful, checking the boxes, and it really was something genuine that was coming from me. And it was a very beautiful lesson because it showed me how far I've come in my journey. The old version of myself, pre-psychedelics, would have felt very uncomfortable in a situation like this. I would not have known what to do. I may have just slightly touched her and then back away because I'm not somebody that would have been a nurturing type of person. And one of the changes I'm seeing now, I'm now 7 years into this journey, is that I'm being more compassionate. I'm being more empathetic towards people, really trying to understand them. So taking care of the elderly is not an easy job. And I always check myself by saying, how would you like to be treated? So I make sure that I treat them how I would like someone to treat me. And for me, when I started being more affectionate, I would say it's been the last 2.5 years where I started getting out of my comfort zone. And it took by And I learned this by watching others that are really loving and affectionate. And I started practicing what I saw with them. It was not easy in the beginning because this is something that was way out of my comfort zone. But with practice, I did learn to be more affectionate. And I've been a little bit more affectionate with my children than I ever been before. And they're like, what are you on, Mom? Are you on drugs or something? I'm like, no, I just want to show you that I love you. I'm being more vocal and more in action, I guess you could say, and showing them that I do love them. And so anyways, that's what I've been testing right now on myself, is being mindful, checking my attitude, not being judgmental towards people, and seeing where it's taking me. What I noticed today, I think has to do with the healing that after the trigger, where I went to the store, and as I was shopping around and being around different people, I started feeling this love. It's not the first time that I felt this. I felt this back like 2 years ago in June or July, I think it was. And I started feeling it again, but this time it was with compassion. I don't know. It was just this really sense of love for everyone, which is really weird. I don't know. We'll see what will happen with it. But I'm going to start moving the platform on YouTube. I don't know what's going to happen with this group that I currently have. But yeah, anyways, if you want to see what I've been experimenting on, what I'm learning, then follow me on YouTube. Bye.